today we're diving into the incredible wisdom of a spiritual teacher named Swami Sivananda. And we're going to tackle, one of life's biggest questions. The cool thing is, he doesn't just offer some abstract philosophy. He lays out a direct path. So let's jump right in.
So, what is the purpose of your life? I mean, it's a question we all bump into at some point, right? It's huge, it's personal, and honestly, it can feel a little overwhelming. But what if there was a clear, direct answer to it all? Well, Swami Shivananda, he doesn't mess around. He's super direct. He says the goal of life is God realization. And get this, he doesn't see it as some far-off possibility. He says it's our birthright. So that brings up a pretty big question, right? What exactly is this God realization he's talking about? Okay, and this is really important to get. He's not talking about some external deity up in the sky. Nope, it's an internal experience, a really profound shift in your own consciousness, where you feel the sense of unity, of oneness, and just supreme bliss. So, of course, the next logical question is, how on earth do we get there?
According to Swami Sivananda, a journey doesn't start by retreating to some remote cave. It starts right here, right now, in our everyday lives. It starts with our actions. And this is the foundation for absolutely everything that comes next. See, before you can even think about quieting the mind, Sivananda says you first have to purify the heart. He taught this thing called karma yoga, which is basically the yoga of selfless service. And he saw this as the essential first step. It's how you start to dissolve the ego and get yourself ready for the deeper stuff.
Now, look at how this unfolds. It's a really cool progression. It all starts with a simple outward action, just serve others. But through that one simple thing, this whole profound inner transformation happens. You go from thinking, I am doing this, to seeing yourself more like an instrument for something bigger. And when that happens, those walls we put up between ourselves and everyone else, they just start to crumble.
Yeah, this quote just nails it. Work is worship. It means that literally, any action, whether you're a doctor, a teacher, a coder, a parent, it can become a form of worship. It's all about spiritualizing your entire life. So once you've laid this foundation, once your heart is purified, the next step is to start consciously building your character.
Okay, so if service is like tilling the soil, now it's time to plant the seeds. And those seeds are virtues. This is the next super crucial phase of the journey, where you actively work on cultivating the qualities that build a really strong, noble character.
To make this easier, he came up with something brilliant. He created this simple, really memorable guide. It's almost like a spiritual poem. And its whole purpose is to help people remember and practice these essential virtues. He was convinced that perfecting these qualities paves the way for success on this path. And he called it the Song of 18 Ities.
All right, let's break these down. The first batch here really seems to be about creating inner stability. You've got serenity, that deep, unshakable calm, regularity in your practices and habits, absence of vanity, which is huge, so ego isn't running the show. Then there's sincerity, so what's on the inside matches the outside, simplicity in what you need, and veracity, which is just deep, profound truthfulness. You can see how these really form the bedrock of your character, right? Okay, this next group, this is all about building resilience for, life. Life's going to throw stuff at you. So you need equanimity, and we're going to dive deeper into that one in a minute, but it's about staying balanced no matter what. Fixity and tenacity are all about being rock solid and committed to your goal. Non-irritability, I think we could all use a little more of that. It keeps your energy from getting drained. And then adaptability and humility, which let you just move through the world with grace, learning from every little thing.
And this final set, this is like the full blossoming of your character. These are qualities that just radiate outward. You've got integrity, being whole and moral, nobility of spirit, magnanimity, which is this big-heartedness, being generous in spirit, and then, of course, charity and generosity in your actual actions. And finally, purity, in what you think, what you say, and what you do. This is really the peak of all that character-building work.
Let's just zoom in on one of these for a second to see how deep this stuff really goes. Take equanimity. This doesn't mean you become some kind of passive robot with no emotions. No way. It's about building such a strong inner center that all the chaos of the outside world, the good, the bad, the praise, the criticism, none of it can shake your inner peace. It's like having a spiritual superpower, for real. So you've got a purified heart from all that selfless service. You've built a strong character based on these virtues. Now you're finally ready for the direct internal practices. Sivananda calls this part the royal road to the final goal.
And it's really important to get the difference he makes here. Think of it like this. Concentration is the hard work. It's the training. You're actively trying to hold your mind in one place. It's like lifting weights for your brain. Meditation, on the other hand, is what happens when that concentration becomes totally effortless and continuous. He describes it as a steady, unbroken flow of awareness, like oil pouring smoothly from one jar to another. So concentration is the path that leads you to meditation. And yeah, as you can see from his book, he wasn't kidding. These two practices are absolutely central to everything he taught. They are the most direct methods he gives for getting beyond that ordinary, chattering mind and actually experiencing the deeper reality that's inside you. I mean, what an incredible image, right? A mysterious ladder connecting earth and heaven. So in this view, meditation isn't just some technique to chill out. It's the vehicle of transformation. It's the actual ladder that lets you climb from your limited everyday awareness up to that boundless divine consciousness that is the ultimate goal of life. And so this brings us full circle. After you've walked the path of service, after you've built up all of this virtue and you've practiced meditation, what's the result? What does it actually feel like to get there?
Well, this is where it all clicks into place. This whole path, it's not about theory. It's not something you just read in a book. It becomes a direct, lived experience. It's not something you believe in anymore. It's something you become. You literally start to taste that spiritual consciousness, that bliss you were searching for.
And this right here, this is Swami Sivananda's direct invitation to you. It's a call to stop seeing life as a struggle and instead just experience it as this joyful immersion in the fabric of reality itself, which he calls Satchit Ananda, pure existence, consciousness, and bliss. And these are the fruits of that realization. This is what you get. Total fearlessness, true deep inner peace and eternal bliss, a profound sense of oneness with everything and everyone. And finally, freedom from all those cravings that pull us around. That is God realization. Look, I get it. This whole path can feel immense. But Swami Sivananda's teaching is also incredibly practical. The journey doesn't start at the top of the mountain. It starts with one single step. So the final question is really for you. Looking back at that list of 1880s, which one of those virtues, just one, calls out to you right now? Because maybe, just maybe, that's where your journey begins.